Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you the steps to becoming a doctor in the UK as a Filipino IMG. I decided to talk about this topic because a lot of people have been asking me about it. So here are the order of things I'll be discussing today. Feel free to jump to any of the following sections by clicking on the timestamps that I add in the description below. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first thing you need in this entire process is to take the language proficiency exam. The question is when to take it. So Filipino IMGs usually end their internship in the month of May, like end of May, and then the month of June is for electives usually, and then because Filipino IMGs have the physician licensure exam in the month of September, they start preparing for the physician licensing exam in the month of July. So as I'm talking right now, since it's July now, my classmates are reviewing for the boards. So a shout out to my batch, ASMPH batch 2020. I know this is like a difficult time period for all of you, and it can be overwhelming, but we've gone through so much the past 5 years, all these hills and valleys, and we've overcome them all, and here we are now. And I know and believe that you can all do it. You can all do this. So shout out to all of you. Kaya nyo yan. Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Just take it one day at a time, or even 1 hour at a time. So good luck to all of you. Go batch 2020, no Atenean left behind. And shout out to the rest of the doctors who will be taking the September boards. I believe in each and every one of you. Don't give up on your dreams. Go get it. So back to the topic. So it is best to take the language exam sometime during your internship towards the end of it, so that you don't have to think about it while reviewing for the physician licensure exam, so that you're already done with it. So after you're done with the language proficiency exam, during the internship, you take the boards in September, right? As a Filipino IMG, you take the boards in September, and then you plan to take the PLAB 1 in November. So PLAB 1 exam is given 4 times a year, in March, June, September, and November. So since Filipino IMGs have their medical boards in September, what they usually do is take the PLAB 1 exam in November. So a little bit of info about PLAB 1 exam. It's a 3-hour exam with 180 multiple choice questions, and the passing percentage is known to be at 60 to 65%. And the exam is offered in London and some overseas countries these countries. So it's up to you whether to take the exam in London or in the overseas countries that are closest to your own country. So if you take the exam at a country that's closer to yours, you will be saving some money. However, if you've never been to UK and you kind of want to visit this country as well, you can take it in London. So for the PLAB 1 exam, unlike the PLAB 2 exam, you can actually review for it on your own without attending a review course, especially if you're trying to save up on money, because the whole process takes quite a good amount of money. If you want to save up on money, you can take the PLAB 1 or prepare for the PLAB 1 on your own without taking the review course. A lot of my alumni, actually all of my alumni, passed the exam on their first try, and some of them did not take a review course at all. So as long as you take the mock exams that you can download online, or the 1,700 question bank, it's going to help you a lot. So after you pass the PLAB 1 exam, you will get the result of your PLAB 1 exam 6 weeks after you take the exam. So of course the next step is to take the PLAB 2 exam. So the PLAB 2 exam is given throughout the year. It's held throughout the year, and it's held only in Manchester. So for the PLAB 2 exam, you have to fly to Manchester to take the exam, and you can technically schedule it months prior to the exam. And the PLAB 2 exam is an OSCE type exam where you are given 80 18 scenarios, each lasting around 10 minutes and the entire exam lasting for around 3.5 hours. So unlike the PLAB 1 exam where you can actually prepare on your own without attending a review course, the PLAB 2 exam, for the PLAB 2 exam, it's highly recommended that you take a review course in UK. So the review course usually for PLAB 2 exam lasts around 2 to 3 weeks. So you want to make sure to attend the course because it's a OSCE type and you need to interact with the patient and know what to how to manage and diagnose and manage a patient and answer well for each of the cases that you're given. So it's important that you take a review course. So once you take and pass both PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 exam, so PLAB 2 exam results come out around 2 weeks after you take the exam. So after you're done with those 2 exams, the next step is to apply for jobs. So you can start applying for jobs through a website called NHS Jobs and the track.jobs. You're applying for a non-training job through these websites since it's better to start off with a non-training job as an IMG. So once you're done with the interviews and once you are offered a job, the next step is to acquire a UK visa. So what happens is for the visa application, the hospital should provide you with a sponsorship letter, and that's what you use to apply for the visa, and you just submit the other requirements for the UK visa to get one. So once you have the Tier 2 work visa, you prepare right away to leave the country of your own and go to UK so that you can find a place and adjust and prepare to start your first job in the United Kingdom. So that's a brief summary of how you can start working as a doctor in the UK as an IMG. Hope that information was helpful. Oh, and I have an update on my IELTS exam. So this week I was supposed to record a video on my IELTS experience. However, it got cancelled again because President Duterte announced that general community quarantine will be extended till July 15. So my exam, which was supposed to be in July 3, was cancelled. So initially I was really frustrated and sad, but I reminded myself to be patient in these trying times, and I rescheduled my exam to July 20th, which is the closest date that is provided by the British Council. Anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to follow my journey in becoming a doctor in UK. And a little thanks to my friend Aya for sharing with me a really nice quote yesterday. I was actually feeling a little down and sad yesterday, and so I shared it with her, and she shared this quote with me. Never fear shadows, they simply mean that there is a light shining somewhere nearby, by Renkil Ruth E. So yeah, I hope you remember, if you are in these trying times, if you're feeling down, remember that there is always a light shining nearby, and that we will all get through this in the end together. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!